have happened to seen Marin around here? I give it a knock. Didn't hear anything. Oh, I'm just looking.
I can't help but feel I could have stopped it if I was there, now that it's all said and done.
She shouldn't have had to involve herself in it.
You and me both.
You give a shit about your ears.
It was a test. See how long you would stand there. God, if you could put up with me, how do you think they feel about me being here? They hate me. I got my first day off the ship. Couldn't port and fucking Assigan. The reason we couldn't port and Assigan is because of the secessionists that took over the garrison there. So now we have to port all the way around Eshma to here. How fucked up is that? Pretty fucked.
Are we allowed to come and go into the clinic, or are you guarding the door?
I'm kind of guarding the door, and I'm not gonna let us the masked fucker go in. Take a mask off. I know who the fuck you are.
I heard one of my friends was hurt in the troll fight. I'm concerned.
Nah, there's no one in there.
No?
I don't think if you're looking for Sif, they're over there.
I appreciate it.
The forge area, saw Bjorning bitch.
And the other one
chest
that I
cave
know
in.
is hurt is definitely dead.
Well,
Who's to fight a troll with like four or five people?
You're not going to be alone to hold.
I also know Mr. Summers took into Raven, from that's what I saw. Couple drinks.
Sif.
Is Raven in the clinic?
He's at the
either in
tavern
the clinic
with Mr. Soma. They're at the tavern.
There's people that will come with you to bring the body back if you need.
I think she's
I don't
asking
think
him.
she can hear us. The awnings get a certain way.
The way she was walking, it looked like she wasn't going to stop until she got to her destination. Sorry. She just got... she had a broken rib and arm broken as well. Terrible injury. She got clamped by Soma. Got a potion as well.
Oh my gosh. It's terrifying.
She'll be alright, but she's not doing it.
Evening.
Unlike the nobles together, we're supposed to prove that we were really great hunters. I was gonna use the silver boar as her ticket in.
I'm a very respectable businessman here. I own my own business. It's called Twin Blade.
You look like you study horology with that open chest. Not the one about time.
Oh, it's not my
About
Sunday
making
clothes,
time to-
but
You're just like a whore.
do I dress like a whore?
Say yes.
I would never
Say yes. Say-
See, she doesn't think so.
Why are you whispering? That's fucking creepy. Stop. Why are you laughing? Creeping me out. Get away. Let me stand watch. God.
I put this pillar in me.
That does not make it any better. I can still see.
Alright, I'm gonna.
that is
Tosh's
terrifying.
god character is like that
That is
one
terrifying.
kid from
Please
300.
go away.
Yeah, the traitor.
Take out my night killer, as you people call it. Then you'll be dead in the next 5 seconds. You are not forgiven. Never return.
Good day to you, brother.
Brother? What is this? What are you coming on to me? Or is that too early?
Oh, brother. Everyone.
Why are you getting
wants
close?
some-
I didn't say get close. Fuck off!
Oh, it's just when I speak so quietly. I didn't need to get closer, you know.
And speak louder.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. You know, I treat all of you Thara's children, which is everyone, as my brothers and sisters.
God, I'm so
That's why
tired. I don't
called
think
you.
it's the sorrow on me.
I still treat you as my brother. That's okay.
I don't want to be a part of your family. No, thank you. I like the family I have. 2 sisters. Dead mother, dead father.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, I'm sorry. Guerrilla RLMB fighters decided to raid their own province. Kill a good man. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's why I'm here. Hey, there's a lot of refugees. Deserters and the like. We'll see what happens. Who knows? I just stood you. Or is it? Fuck off with you. I don't have time. I'm standing watch. I'll give you the breathing room you need.
Hope you are doing well.
We'll check on a few of the other hunters as well, then make sure that everyone else is
I'm doing alright. Aside from some unsettling I heard about that. It's very sad. What you should be doing is confronting the other hunter then. I'm sure a monk of your stature can help cheer him up just a little bit, no?
She must have rolled a 1.
Suppose I won't do that. Thank you.
I don't think anyone's been critically wounded. Well, maybe Sif.
Every day, you know, and never get out to it, but I feel better. Fucking dark out.
Oh, once I prayed, it became dark. What power do I contain?
Well,
There is a light
power to be
over.
removed.
That's what I see me.
I was hoping we could use the battlements, the leftover.
Holy shit, I'm way too far. Oh. I was just about to get you.
I figured.
Yep.
Alright.
Is he hearing anything from these windows?
Give me one sec to check where they aligned inside. Okay, so it looks like these windows They don't have representations inside. What they would show is the hallway with a series of doors on the upper second floor.
And I'm assuming the stairs are like, kind of like this bit on the inside and to the right, right?
The stairs, so if this is the wall of doors and this is the windows, the stairs are like right next to you actually,
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
around the
Probably
corner,
like right
yeah.
here. This like corner here would be the stairway. The hallway is lit. There are 4 doors in the hall, and there is no sound or no commotion.
It sounds like completely quiet.
Not completely quiet. From down from this direction,
Mm-hmm.
sort of faintly, probably downstairs, you do hear some talking. Idle chit chat.
He's going to slowly climb his way through the window. Do you want me to go in and around?
Yeah, I don't know if you have an invis toggle or not, but you can do that and go into the hallway.
Switch avatars.
That works.
Wait a minute, I get there though.
So the windows would essentially be like here.
Yeah, he's leaving it just
here. I'll see if we can get those fixed.
Yeah, he's leaving just a little open in case he needs to like jump through it or something.
Alright.
From his understanding, this was the door that Sarah mentioned.
As you press up against it and lean and listen, you can hear some grumbling.
He's gonna look through the keyhole.
Bastards. When are they going to pay me what I want?
With a 19, you see
Waiting.
a bald dwarf reading through a book, writing some things down as though it's a ledger. Doing paperwork mostly. Seems somewhat distracted.
Is he alone?
In this room, he appears to be alone.
Gone. Hurt his leg.
Why must they waste my time? So
about that guy.
they know exactly what they're getting into.
Is there like a bed in this room, or is it just a table and stuff?
There is a small single bed to the right as you careen your neck around.
And there's no other
Seems
windows
to be
to
like set up like an apartment.
Not everyone
Yeah.
can remember how to breathe.
Nope.
So does he lose his share when he's not here?
Oh yeah. I mean, if the coin comes out, we'll just split it between us. His loss.
You hear some shifting of plate and movement downstairs.
It's going up and out the window again.
I'm gonna go bring the boss's shit, huh? Who's hungry says he will.
Yeah, feel free to
Alright.
be outside the window, but just invis right here.
He's gonna wait for a little bit and just see if he is gonna move anytime soon.
Okay.
While he ponders. Maybe move up here.
You hear some aggravated yelling from inside, from the window. Something about soup being cold. You hear a door swing open, and a dwarf start to walk down the stairs.
Okay. As soon as he's like out of eyesight, he's going back in real quick.
Bastards. Too simple a fucking request. Must be. Alright. Which one of you fucking morons brought me cold soup? Is this too hard of a task? Do I not pay you people enough?
He's looking for the box.
What happened?
You walk around, you don't see the box outright, but you do see a chest that appears to be locked.
Pay you enough?
Gonna picklock
That's
it.
what the issue is here. Are you trying to screw me over? Hmm?
You have an attribute for this, yes?
Yes, +2, I think.
Brought you your stew.
It's cold.
Wait, 3 plus 2, or 5,
I'm not a cook. What do you want me
is
to do
the
about it?
failure. Unfortunately, as you break off one of your picks in the lock.
Oh, don't look at me like that, boss, okay?
Can you try again? Or is this like a no-no?
You said to bring your stew. It was there.
I just made them today, French.
It would take you... It would take you a little longer. If you think you have time, especially because you have to try and pinch the
He's going, yeah.
the broken thing off of it.
Shit, I'll make you another
Okay.
one then. How's that sound, huh?
No, you've already fucked up.
That's yours.
Okay. With a 14 plus 2, you managed to get the pick out of the lock. Luckily, it was high enough to not just outright break the lock. It'll take you some time.
Give me one good reason why I should believe you.
He's going.
Because you pay me a lot of money.
He's keeping his ear open for the anything coming up the stairs.
And yet here I am with cold stew.
Hey, I do a job.
Just that, is it? It's nothing to you.
Well, I've got nothing to
And
say.
it opens.
Box in here.
How about now?
You sift through a mountain of paperwork, lots of bags, lots of boxes. There are a few. With the 3, you grab a box that looks somewhat similar, but you hear someone coming.
Son of a bitch.
Perhaps this is too much for you.
He
Perhaps
shuts
I
it,
should
sorry,
start paying
and
the
goes
others
out the
double,
window.
And you nothing.
Not the door,
The door or the... Hold on. This is important. The door or the box?
The box.
Okay.
The box, yes. Not the door.
Box. Got it.
And he's just gonna be on the other side, kind of listening. Can he look at the box while he's on the other side, just to see if it matches what was described to him?
No, well, you can see it.
Son of a bitch.
Luckily, with the 16 and your blind grab for the box, it seems as though you did get, as you open it, one with some fairly substandard jewelry. There's enough here that it looks like it would probably be what basil is.
Teach him a fucking lesson, huh?
What is basil's? But
Fucking shit on me, huh?
it looks like some of it has been pilfered off. Or like there's not, to your eye, as someone who's stolen things before, you don't think what's in here is worth 15 silver, but there's enough in here that like maybe 10 left,
Yep.
Yeah, double make sure it's
a little less.
Okay.
But it looks like it's all there. The box at least matches somewhat to the description of what you were given.
Cool.
Fucking have a ball with
Alright,
this
I'm gonna
one,
go back out.
Alright.
huh? Right.
If he wasn't paying us, I'd say do it. Why? I almost lit its own fucking candle.
We're going.
Oh,
If we're looking for Miss Torch, it's up here.
all right. We're close.
Sorry to intrude. I was trying to get to Miss Torty, get her out of your inn, if that's alright.
She's not in there. He hasn't come back for days. You want someone to go talk to? Go talk to that bastard Vizerin. He'll probably know.
I'm assuming you closed down for the night?
What the fuck do you think?
Okay, well,
There goes.
sorry, brother.
Yeah.
Just a simple question.
Soma, do you mind giving me a moment?
Yes, of course.
Hello.
Just leans in quietly. Be sure to stay with people tonight. Nice out in the open. Have enough alibis and such. Just make yourself known.
I will.
Stay safe, Miss Basil.
I will. You too.
Oh, yes? Oh, Mr. Tizim?
You wouldn't happen to have a few moments, would you?
So this pipe wheezes get into my nose.
Where did I put my... Shit. That's one of them. This... ham. Oh. Sorry, I didn't hear you coming up.
Oh? You're gonna act like you, one of the most aware people that I know. Didn't hear me coming behind it.
I saw the light in the thing, I did.
Still trying to save my pride?
A little, yes. Everything okay?
You can talk inside. Yes, I was going to talk to Miss Lottie about her necklace.
I'll be out here unless you need me.
I will always need my apprentice.
So, do you want me to come in? Wait.
After you.
Dredge.
Smith.
How are you, big guy?
If I'm honest, bored.
Oh, yeah?
Was no fight for me today. Either there wasn't anyone willing to challenge me, or I don't know, maybe pissed off Moses somehow.
You didn't, go and fight that troll, did you?
No, but the stupid hunters tried to make me go with them yesterday.
Could have used you today.
It's not worth my time. Moses says I shouldn't be helping people.
No?
They're just wasting my time when I should be focusing on fighting.
Well, you'd be fighting a
And
troll.
honestly, I have to agree.
That'd be a pretty good fight.
I'd have to leave the walls, travel the roads, and fight a troll. To me, I don't even know the first thing about fighting a troll. To me, it doesn't seem like something I want to do. Besides, people are always trying to get me to do things for them. Trying to get me to leave town.
Well, if
People are trying to use me.
you don't want to do things, you don't have to do them, I
As much
suppose.
I can tell. juggling.
Yeah. You're a free spirit. Do what you wish. You know what I mean.
What are they? I'm a man in a very big cage, Sharik.
Huh, that's quite poetic of you, actually. I understand what you mean.
What's poetic?
You know, poems?
No.
People will write small stories, sometimes they rhyme. And usually it invokes some sort of feeling in you. Yeah. They're deeper than you would imagine. What you said was poetic, meaning it was it had a good meaning to it. It's a sign of intelligence.
This isn't more of that hallucinating. This isn't one of those looking at pieces of dead tree and hallucinating again, is it?
Are you looking at a dead tree and hallucinating?
No, are these people who put weird scribbles on these thin slices of wood or whatever?
Oh.
And they say they mean things. We're just hallucinating.
You're talking about writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some weird cult or whatever.
A cult?
Okay. There are people who are looking at meaningless lines and saying they mean things, while looking at pieces of trees or whatever, and saying they see things and meanings and all this stuff. It sounds like a cult.
Okay, the symbols represent a letter, and when you have most of those letters together, it makes a word, right? So...
Oh, you're in the cult too.
No, look. You know how you have... Here. You have 10 copper pieces, right? The big number.
Yeah.
And then that is worth one of these silver ones, yes?
Ten of them isn't worth that.
Sorry, 100. You're right. You are right. Sorry, I was thinking of it.
I don't know how much that is.
10 tens.
That hurts my head. I don't like that.
Are you okay, Marin?
Huh?
Well, I just realized
Oh, I wasn't talking about the light. I don't know, something about 10 tens hurts my head.
Well, in any case, I was feeling as if that it was gonna slow people's eyes down anyways. I was thinking my name.
You don't need lights anyway.
Are you okay, Marin?
I get around just fine without one.
I'm okay. Well, it's unfortunate that, well, you know, what happened with Lorelei and everything.
Yeah, I heard.
What are you doing tonight, by the way?
Bored.
Yeah. I'm just working on some...
I join the two of you for a bit.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Go ahead.
Trying to explain writing to someone who has never understood writing before. It's a strange thing to try and...
It is a cult.
They have meanings.
No, they don't. They're lines and scribbles.
Okay, how about this? Here's some parchment, and here's the quill that we do for bookkeeping, okay?
You're not inducting me into this cult, Sharik.
I just want to show you.
refuse.
You don't have to be involved in it. I just want to show you. Give me a word. Just say anything.
Spine.
Spine. Okay. That means spine.
But who says that though? Like, who gets to decide that that means spine and not he's gonna take this and just make a squiggle? Who says that doesn't mean spine too, huh? It's meaningless.
I mean, if you want that to be spine, and you draw that for me, I can look at that and be like, hey, that means spine when Dredge writes it.
Dredge, everyone has their own, actually. So,
I wasn't going to get into that, but yes, there are different types of writing as well, depending on where you are from and who you are.
So there's more than one cult?
Yes, there's quite a few, actually.
In other words, everyone has their own council. So not only just one party gets to decide who, you know what I mean? So that's why it's fair.
So you're telling me there's a group of people who determine what the cult agrees on?
Depending on the language, this is wrecking my brain too. I think a long time ago, people kind of decided that we need a way to keep track of things, right? We can't just keep remembering things because eventually we'll forget. So they write it down, and from there, people figured out more symbols to represent words and letters. And then that kind of got out of hand.
Why don't you just use pictures?
Well, I mean, it takes a long time to draw a picture. You could just write the word, it'd be quicker.
Also consider this, Dredge. Like, what if you wanted to speak to somebody from the next city? Your voice can't reach that far. So you might want to send them your words on something you could deliver to them.
What, are your legs broken or something? Why can't you just go?
What if you're busy?
Well,
or what if you can't leave the city?
Well, tough shit for them.
What if you wanted to send a letter to someone in Corcadus? If you wanted to talk to them, sorry. You can't leave the city, but you could...
And they say,
you could write a letter and then take it to them. Well, or get someone to take it to them, and then they would understand what you mean. If they can read.
yeah. And they'd see it and they'd say,
No
oh, these
one I
are
want to
Dredge's
talk
words.
to can read.
It's fair enough, then you don't really need it. A lot of people go by without needing to read or write. It's fine.
That's true.
I only learned, what,
still
3
sounds
years
like
ago?
It still sounds like a cult that people are taking Gradian spice or something and staring at pieces of wood or...
Well, what if it's like the most useful cult like in existence?
It is quite useful.
How can a cult be a good thing?
Well, a cult and a religion are different things.
Yeah. Ishara isn't a cult, but there are those people who are a cult.
Yeah.
But the cult isn't good. So how can a cult be a good thing if cults aren't good?
It could be a good thing for those in the cult.
But a bad thing for people outside it.
There you go. It's good that people can read and write, and they can communicate over long distances, keep track of things. It's bad for people who can't read or write. They can't send these messages or, you know, read books.
So no one should read or write. I'm right. Good. Glad we agree on this, Sharik.
Well, how about this? Maybe it's not a cult. Maybe you look at it just as a skill. Like archery.
How can
it takes...
I can see someone shoot a bow and arrow. That makes sense. Scribbles meaning things doesn't make sense.
You have to remember the specific scribbles. They're not just complete random things. Each scribble means one thing. And then when you put them together, it means another thing, a bigger thing.
So they don't mean the same thing.
When you put more of them together, they do mean the same thing, but it spells something out. Hmm?
Well, it's like, in swordsmanship, there's a proper way to do things, like a proper form, and that's considered proper form.
That's all bullshit. There's no proper way to fight. When it gets down to it, especially in an arena, I've seen most people with swords drop them by the wayside and just start punching and punching, gouging eyes, taking rocks and bashing skulls in. There's no proper way to fight. You live or you die.
Every single word that you can say can be made by different combinations of these letters here, and he shows you the alphabet. And then when you know how each of these sound...
Okay. Now you're fucking with me, because those two are literally the same. He's pointing at N and N.
No, this one has an extra line. See? It goes, ooh, ooh, ooh.
They
N
both
goes,
have
ooh, ooh.
lines. And that one's just that one upside down.
Yeah, that's exactly...
Pointing at M and W.
It should be a double... Yeah, okay, look. Because it's different, it will always be different, right? So they mean different things. Hmm?
It's all fucking scribbles.
It's how the world works, Dredge. The entire world is built on language.
The world... I refuse to believe that the world works on scribbles. The world works on money.
How does someone keep track of money?
They count it.
What if they're not next to it? What if they put it somewhere for safekeeping?
Then they have something else that they can count with.
So you get a big amount of money, and you put it in a chest, and you go somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
How do you remember how much money you have?
Fiddle used to just scratch a line for each one.
That's similar to what's happening.
No, because one line is one coin. Scribbles is scribbles.
Right, but you can see how it can evolve into scribbles over time if it needs to be more specific, not just counting.
It's more efficient too. What if you had a symbol that was like, this symbol means 2,000 lines?
Yeah. Rather than writing down like a bunch of lines, you could write one symbol that means a bunch of lines.
If you have 2 lines, though, you only need 2 lines?
Yeah, but let's say you have, like, 150. You don't want to write 150 lines. Because that would take a long time.
I don't know how many 100 is anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying
I don't know
to...
how many 50 is.
Okay, so, yeah, 50. That would take a lot of, 1, 2, 3, 4... And then you just keep going.
I got a lot of time. I don't see the issue. I literally spend most of my day doing nothing anyway, so...
Okay.
I don't see the issue.
Hey, if it works, I mean, it works, I'm just...
I don't know what to tell you. I just don't think the cult... I think you're really trying to sell me on this whole cult thing.
I'm just trying to explain it, and you can choose yourself if it's something interesting or not.
Well, we'll accept you no matter what.
Thanks, I guess.
You keep calling everyone brother and sister and all that. Are you religious?
Yes, I am. I'm a disciple of Isara, goddess of harmony. And we believe in harmony amongst all beings. So it doesn't matter what religion or race or kingdom or anything that you follow. You're my brother or sister. That's what we believe. We love and we forgive all.
All I know is that when you're on a boat, you're supposed to pray to them for calm seas. And for bad things to not happen to you.
Oh, I see. It's a shame my father didn't do that. Okay, I shouldn't giggle after saying that.
Wow, that's kind of dark.
I mean, I prayed every night in that brig, and I still got thrown off the side of the ship every few days. So, and I'm telling you, the oceans weren't calm. So,
Well, maybe they would have been twice as turbulent if you hadn't have prayed. See? So
maybe.
Isara's watching after you.
I don't know.
Maybe.
It's above me. I don't know any of that stuff.
Nah, Sif says Bane here is also watching me or whatever. I don't like the idea of people I can't see watching me.
Bania is supposed to really enjoy like battle and strength and whatnot. He would love you.
Nah.
I have a question, actually. So, is Tazim, is that your, I can't remember where I heard it, but I believe somebody said that's your father?
Kind of. He took me in when I was quite young, and we've been walking the forge together for a while, so yeah, it's not like anything official, but it's you know, either or.
Oh, I see. I am somewhat.
So what, you can just get a father or whatever? I thought you only had one father and one mother.
That's what I mean by it's not like official or anything. He didn't, you know, he wasn't involved in my birth or anything, but you know, he's like filled that role. There you go.
Well, Dredge, in my opinion, you can form bonds with anyone and consider them a family.
Well, I know what family is. I have family in Corcadis.
See, even though they're not your blood, they're still your blood X1.
Do you want to write to them?
I just know it. They can't read.
I could write for you, and then someone close to them could read it to them.
I don't know where they are, Sharik. It's been... how long?
A long time.
5, I think. I've spent almost as much time in Nautis and away from Corcadis as I have lived in Corcadis.
A long time, I understand.
The gentle crackle of the forge is a nice contrast to the near silence of Nautis at night, when it is slowly but rhythmically overtaken by heavy crashes of the waves and the water from the docks. The winds have picked up, and even here, echoing down the walkway, you can hear the crack and shudder of wood beam against wood beam as the docks rock back and forth against aggressive waves.
Uncalm seas. Maybe a storm's coming.
Even the water falls from the sky.
Maybe you should pray to your sorrow now.
Would you lead us in a prayer?
Oh, I would love to, brother.
What do I need to do? I've actually never done this before.
Oh. Just put your hands together like this. And then follow sorry, speak after me, I suppose. May all be free from sorrow and the causes of sorrow.
May all be free from sorrow and the causes
Be
of
free
sorrow.
from sorrow and the causes of sorrow.
Be me from sorrow.
May all never be separated from the sacred happiness which is sorrowless.
May none be separated from the sacred happiness that is sorrowless.
And may all live in equanimity without too much attachment and too much aversion.
Do not avert your gaze.
In the equality of all that lives.
Believing in the equality of all that lives.
And that's one of the prayers of many. Oh, the benediction of harmony and sorrowlessness.
Thank you.
Such kind words.
Such that one is called Rap God. No, just
a generous heart.
No, I'm referring to like wrapping with cloth. It's nothing.
I see.
I should have brought that one up.
What were we saying? Oh, yeah. But yeah, no. None of my family can read.
You just have to see them in person then.
The fortune teller says that they're soon going to learn of my presence here and make their way here, so I'm honestly just waiting for that.
Will you introduce me to them?
Sure. They'll probably like to know that there's another street urchin Corcadian here. Oh, that's right. When my friends do show up, we gotta get you your new name, and if you want, we can name you too. You can join the gang.
So many names. So many secrets.
We all named each other, so kind of a thing.
I really hope they don't. I hope they don't name me like Wet Dog or something.
No, nothing like that. We all decided if we were going to name ourselves after anything, it'd all be like the ship and boat things. We all had this dream of eventually one day raiding one of those ships, taking all of the stuff off of it and running. Fiddle always talked about how those ships had maps buried gold or something, so we wanted to try and find one of them.
Why the long face, Kyla?
It's a fun time. So, Sharik, if you ever need to return to your work, just let me know, and then I'll get out of your hair.
It's okay. I think I'm gonna lay down for a little bit. So.
I see.
It was,
Oh, look who's not dead.
Yeah, thank you for the... You're back.
He's holding a very big, very full sack.
It's in the bag.
Troll bits.
Oh, you got it, did you? Nice.
I just need to know who to drop them off with.
Who put out the contract?
I don't deal in resources. I don't. There is no contract.
Welcome back, Seth.
There was no contract. No need to go out and do it, but it was done.
Ew.
They were a fool and an idiot to want to go out in that conditions, and they were no party member of mine.
I see. I'm just
How are you holding up?
You're alright.
Alright is one way to put it.
Workable.
Alive, yes.
Trying not to dwell on it. Just trying to get things done.
You were always so kind.
So,
Tang.
nothing else.
I always admired that about you.
Monster parts. I could drag it to the alchemist hut.
Don't apologize unless
Sorry,
there's
what?
something you're
Good.
directly sorry for.
Bring it. I'm trying to figure out where to bring these troll bits.
Oh, maybe to Raven or, Alchemist or...
Perhaps I should ask, how are you faring in that case?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a troll heart?
Exhausted
No.
and hurt.
Doesn't look any different than a regular heart. That just looks like a really big heart.
Be fair. But, yeah, fair. Do you know where Raven is?
Same.
If anywhere.
Last I saw him, he was at the tavern. He was quite distraught. That was a while ago.
I don't think he's there anymore.
No.
Sounds pretty much abandoned for the night.
Yeah.
My emotions are fine. My body is tired.
Well, going to drag this by the Alan's house.
Ah yes, nothing like leaving a bag full of bloody body parts in front of someone's home.
You should preface it by writing, "This is a warning" on the wall in blood.
No.
Right.
Do you,
what do they call it? A dread
do you want to go in the
metal?
bag? Do you want to go in the bag?
No. No, sir. Sorry, sir.
I mean, we could put him in the bag.
Good
Don't.
I'm going to turn myself in.
If you put me
before
in
I
the
get
bag, the bag's
put
going to
into a
break, and then I'm
fucking
going to
bag.
have to scatter up all the parts and take it over.
Good night, everyone.
Alright.
Good night, Sharik.
Arrivederci.
Built as a million billion years in an instant. As a wave of death washed over the world.
I'm gonna turn in. I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
Should probably be present. Unless you must go.
No, I can sit.
I was speaking to Gradia about the necklace.
Uh-huh.
believe we were wrong about our initial assessment. Obviously, you understand the need for secrecy. We live by it.
Of course.
If we're going to be able to help you at all, Heidemann, I need to be able to share this.
I'm listening.
I don't think she's an Imperial. The sigil that she has is from an old house from Leodor. Powerful house. Heidemann. Her grandfather was either a part of that house or led it. I'm unsure which. The first name does not ring a bell. At the moment, the house is not looked upon favorably by individuals such as myself, as they capitulated. Handed over their non-humans, so there was no war. However, we cannot persecute for the sins of our fathers. I don't think I need to tell you that. If that is the case, and Miss Heidemann is indeed, that would mean she is a noble of one of the most powerful houses in Leodor. And it would be no wonder that she was looked for. But only you can tell me if anyone's looking for you.
You tell me, have you been able to slight the Inquisition twice?
Something I'm proud of, quite more than twice.
My grandfather.
Apparently she's already known about us. And has said nothing. Has known since Adwick.
Well, that speaks about her character at least a little.
All I would ask is you look to all my deeds that I've done. I fed the garrison at Adwick. I treated Imperials, prisoners, deserters, Arlandis. Even though I'm not capable. I don't see anyone really as my enemy.
Fortunately, there are those that will see you as their enemy. So we have not even spoken about why that is.
That's it. I don't know, because they sent me away to Mr. Christos.
Very great. Christos?
Was one of the ones my grandfather spoke fondly of. Did a portrait. So he gave him a letter asking him to look after me. Said there was something special. I know that's because of my ears.
She's an elf, Kyla. Her ears were shaved down to protect her identity. A horrid thing.
trying to reach out to the embassy to learn anything. But as far as I know, this backwater place, no one's gonna possibly recognize me, so there's a chance I can learn all I can. See if I'm really sought after. See if any of them are alive, or...
Do you see why this is
Don't know what
important,
to do.
Skylar?
Can hazard a guess.
If she really is an elf and a part of House Heidemann, then the Imperium, or at least the Inquisition, would like nothing more than to see her burn. Because her existence is a very threat to the capitulation of the state, whether she likes it or not. You are a unaccounted for, non-human noble of a conquered nation, of a powerful house. Whether you want to be or not, that makes you a target. You said that your grandfather sent you away. No explanation. And someone was onto you.
So naive. I knew nothing. Just said, with the war coming to an end, you will be better off here for a little while. Get a new experience. And then the terrorism attacks. Those were getting worse.
I didn't bring you here to probe you for intel on the Imperium. I wanted to understand who you were.
I'm a girl who doesn't know what to do with the rest of her life, who is stuck.
I'll tell you what you're not. You're not a baker. Well, that much is evident just from the way that you carry yourself. Whether you mean to or not. Makes people raise eyebrows. And you need to be careful. So long as you are alive, you will always be seen as a threat. A martyr. More than likely, that is why your grandfather sent you away.
I was seen as a threat. Doubt the people of Leodor would be very thrilled to know that an exception was made. Can't imagine they'd be fond of me. They'd be probably happy I burn.
Well, I can't speak for the nation state.
Neither can I. I've never been there.
It is a very cold place. The northern half of Leodor is very similar to Aloth. It is not surrounded by snow all the time, but it is cold enough where there are snowfalls frequent and often. The lower half of the country is more temperate. Rolling hills, rocky crags, green grass, rivers. Not many lakes. least they were. Very proud. For the longest times, they refused any sort of imports, citing that Leodor was for people from Leodor, and that came to their items as well. Why get something from someone else when someone from Leodor could make it 10 times better, was the way they thought of it. Eventually, however, the conflict between the different houses, I should say kingdoms, brought them into a neutral stance. Over time, trade agreements and pacts of neutrality led to friendships and marriages, you name it. That neutrality became alliances, promises, pacts. I've only visited it a few times. I'm never outside of business. But the one thing that I always loved about the Leodorians was they would build their settlements in these hills and in these crags. And they would shape the earth and the stone to fit the foundations of what they envisioned their cities to be. It's not that it looked natural, but it looked like it belonged. There was a care put to their architecture. It's very secure as well. Kind of like a cat that always likes to sit on top of the cupboard so it can look down on the rest of the room and feel safe. And they have horses that are much stockier than most. Very, very heavily covered in fur. Large snouts, shorter faces.
Stefan, my horse.
Very much like your horse, another reason I raised my eyebrow.
He's raised from war horses, but he's a pack horse, so...
Why have you said nothing? When you obviously could.
Didn't know what I would think until fate told me it might be a little different from what I initially thought was going to be the outcome. Honestly, the first thought I thought you'd kill me. See?
The thought has crossed my mind. Not because I take joy in it, but because there are things that I must protect, and I'm put in a position where I must choose. I would hope that you see my decision to sit and speak with you proves I have chosen otherwise.
I still tremble, but I believe you.
I did not persecute you for being an Imperial. I will not persecute you now for being an elf.
Half-elf.
However you wish to differentiate. Well, my intent was not to keep you up all night. But I believe I have a much better understanding of you now than I did before our conversation. I'm not quite sure what to make of you, Miss Heidemann. seem very lost and removed from what you should be. Then again, many people I've come across have always seemed to be that way. They grow into what they should be just fine. Perhaps the same may happen of you yet. Maybe. You have two choices in front of you. You'll be able to continue to try and play the game of the woman that you're not. To hide. To accept the fact that you may never find out what happened to your family or your house and those who were attached to it that may still yet be loyal to you. You can hide, pretend none of it existed. And more than likely, you probably will survive. Or the idea of abandoning everything that died for you is too excruciating to ignore. And you choose to learn about what you are, who you were. Seek out those who knew you, knew those who loved you. And then figure out where to go from there.
So far, hiding has gotten me into almost being eaten and being involved in sieges.
All it takes for evil to prevail is not for people to commit evil acts, but for good men and women to do nothing. The Imperium is evil. You are not. And if you have trouble swallowing those words, Miss Heidemann, there are many that may have been kind to you in the past, that if they learned this about you, they would be the first to report you. But that will never happen here under this roof.
Oh.
If you would walk her home, Kyla, I would be grateful.
I hope I can prove those words wrong, as that is what I wish to do with Miss Faye.
I would love nothing better than to be wrong. Good night, Miss Heidemann.
Good night.
It goes without saying. Not a word will be spoken.
Lofty. It's rather dark. Suppose you don't have that problem.
No. I can lead you, though.
It's alright. That works too. Sorry.
It's okay, I was looking directly at it. Come on.
That's not okay.
Don't beat yourself up so much.
Just talking. I think I was ever deceiving you or anything. Truly did want to learn how to defend myself, and I suppose be a friend. Never really had any friends growing up, except books.
If I'd known how much you needed it, I would have worked at it better. I'm sorry for that.
I don't know why you're apologizing. There's nothing to forgive. There's no wrongs done. Except the ones I feel. It's probably just survivor's guilt.
I've used secrecy to protect myself my entire life. I would be a hypocrite to call you wrong for doing so.
At least I'm glad we have somewhat of understanding.
I won't be ratting you out anytime soon, don't you worry.
Good to know. I had my back to you, so... You for walking me home.
Of course. If you need anything, you know where we are.
I will try and be more communicative in the future, I suppose. Have a good night.
You'll find your path. Don't worry too much about it. Good night, Claudia.
Guess we'll find out if we'll be dead in the morning.
She's had the chance to. For a long time, she hasn't done it.
I agree. No, I agree with you. Terrible fate that's befallen that woman.
She seems so lost.
I have no idea.
Like a puppy that's on the streets.
Does that resonate with you?
A little. I'm sure if I could have seen my own face, it would have looked similar to hers.
Myself as who I am tells me that the right thing to do is to help, guide, and keep them safe. To a degree.
But
the part of me that is a noble knows that somebody like that would be very important if any sort of rebellion was to be instilled across the Three Kingdoms.
that was my very first thought when it was brought up to me, yes.
It was my second. Perhaps I've lost my edge. More so than I thought.
Well, how dare you be a good person, right? Compassion is not weakness, you taught me that.
Yeah. I know. Wars are not fought with compassion, however. And they're certainly not won with compassion. To speak to them with what we spoke about in mind would be to use them from the beginning. That is wrong. It is wrong.
Then we don't do it.
But on the other side of things, it could make that part of the world such a better place. It could aid the rest of us. One of the most powerful houses alive.
She can come to her own conclusion.
To think. Yes, which is why I told her the truth. She has two choices. She can keep hiding and running, or find out what she is. That is the truth.
Maybe her blood will take prominence. You know how that kind of stuff seems to pass down even without people knowing it. Qualities.
I've noticed. I've noticed.
Still working on the wise part, but I think I'm getting on it down pat.
At least in front of your father.
Gets easier every day.
Immensely proud of you. I always will be. I just have my fears and concerns.
About me?
Like any father would. About everything. This, how it'll affect you. How it will change your life. Everything.
My path is to Giwan. That's been locked in for a while. I'll do what I need to be a good lord, eventually. I've kind of accepted that. I'm okay with it.
Hope it's something you've accepted because it's something that you aspire, not because you think that's what I want. I hope that it becomes something that you ache for. Be sitting atop your own horse, your family trailing behind you, the people who love you and admire you looking up to you, and you being able to lay your head down at night and say, I've done everything that I can.
I spent 80-something years of my life just trying to survive and make do and make it to the next day. It is so strange now to feel like I'm part of something bigger. It's a weird feeling. I'm
You are a legacy.
prideful to be a part of that, I guess. So I wouldn't give that up for anything.
As long as there's no hubris. Pride is not a sin when it comes from the heart. And when it does not blind you. I need to get some rest.
Yeah.
These arguments with Cyrus every day is wearing on me.
Yeah, I bet.
His heart's in the right place. It's wrong.
We'll figure it out like we always do.
Yeah.
Good night.